Hey guys, what's up? Murder of Birds here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to my Redux reaction series for Attack on Titan Season 1. This is going to be my reaction to at least episode 2. Based on the runtime after I do editing for this portion, I'll decide whether or not I will batch it with another episode just to kind of keep the watch time relatively lengthy for these week-to-week reactions. Again, this is just like a rewatch refresher course of me going through Seasons 1 and 2 as I familiarize myself with the characters, the world, the universe. So when we get to the OVAs, when we get to Season 3 and Season 4, all that new stuff will be reinforced by the things that I know in the present. So I hope you guys have been enjoying the series, or at least from the first episode to this one, and I hope you guys will continue to support and check it out and look forward to me being able to experience all of Attack on Titan as I catch up. So the first episode batch was such a blast from the past. I felt like I was transported back to 2013 almost immediately after I made this YouTube channel. I was watching Attack on Titan, I remember, with my friends back in the day, 10 years ago actually, almost 10 years ago to this year that I'm getting back into it, which is kind of funny. Just kind of refamiliarizing myself with the universe, the characters, the premise, the setting, the animation, the music. A lot of those moments of the past just came back to me in that last batch of like remembering certain things, seeing Eren's mom and dad, still not really knowing much about them or about their family history or anything else like that, and not knowing about the grander setting of things like where the Titans come from, their origins, what's exactly happening between the humans and the Titans, the 100 years of peace and what happened prior to that and everything else in between. So the journey is going to be, I feel, very exciting for me to just refamiliarize myself with what's happening currently in the moment with the present characters before we get into all of the, stuff in the future and whatnot. So I really hope you guys enjoy the series. It's been like, I feel like it's going to be a really great kind of refresher course as I go through it. And like I said, I'd love to hear what you guys think about the series, what you guys think of the concept of something like this, because this is something that I also want to do for other shows that I started or stopped after a couple of episodes and want to kind of give a proper run through with. So this is also kind of like a nice little taste test to see the proof of concept of this kind of format moving forward. But yeah, we're going to be jumping into episode 2 at the very least. So with all that said, thank you guys all so much for the support as well. These videos are both on YouTube and early access on Patreon if you guys want to check them out as soon as possible. And without further ado, let us begin. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be getting into Attack on Titan Season 1, Episode 2, titled That Day. We're going to be starting in 3, 2, 1, now. Oh, okay, so it gives us a little intro to over 100 years ago. Yeah, see, I want to know what happened 100 years ago, if it goes that far back, before the Titans ever came into the picture. They're more powerful than humans, and yep, they're naked, they're freaking freaky looking. I still like, where, like, the only thing I can think of with Titans, because I do understand that like Eren is a Titan, Annie is a Titan, Ymir is a Titan from season 2, Reiner, Bertolt are Titans, so like the only thing I can think of is that there's a civilization prior that just like was just injecting a bunch of people with the whatever turns people into Titans as a form of like almost kind of using humans or Titans as war machines to kind of like usurp another nation of some sort. That's the only thing I can think of, because like we know that in certain cases, like I think Annie's father turned Annie into a Titan, I think Eren's father turned Eren into a Titan, and so on and so forth. I just don't know how the current civilization of people, like the people that are living in the walls, how they came to be like usurped by the Titans. Also, now that I'm thinking about it, if Eren's father knew how to become, like, knows about the Titans and is partially responsible for Eren to turn into a Titan, I wonder then if Eren's father came from the land where Titans originated for whatever reason, and like that's why there's a person that can turn into a Titan amidst humans that know nothing about Titans, and like Eren's father just dips and everyone's none the wiser. That's the only thing I can think of. So this might really just come down to like a feud between nations at the end of the day. Yeah, the survivors built 3 walls: Maria, Rose, and Senna. I wonder if those names are relevant too. There they joined a century of peace. Ah, so I kind of wonder if like the centuries of peace was only established because there was no way for the Titans to get in, but then someone gave birth to whoever eventually became the colossal Titan in that last 100 years, and then that changed everything, because you don't see like a bunch of Bertolt Titans running around. Maybe it took a while for them to, I guess, engineer or create someone who could become a Titan big enough to break through the walls. And then that's when the 100 years of peace ended. I also find it very interesting. Oh my god, the potato girl. What's her name? I forgot her name. The potato girl, Annie, Eren, Armin, Mikasa, Jean, and Reiner. So it's interesting how two of the Titans are in the intro with the main characters. It's very interesting. That day, the fall of Shiganshina part 2. Let's get it. Oh my god. Yep. Death, brimstone, mayhem. Yo, a murder of birds. Attempted murder. This is God's punishment on us. Oh my god. Giant naked walking people. Yeah, this is where you really get the sensation of, like, at this point, this is where like the dread starts setting in. Like, yeah, this is a civilization of people that are not apex predators. And this guy's over here trying to speak the gospel truth. Like, my guy, where's your god now? Hannes, that's his name. Yeah, Hannes just saved the kid. Mikasa's like, my boyfriend. Bro, there's nothing he can do. It's because you weren't strong enough. Exactly. You lack. You're a kid. What do you expect? It's the harsh truth. You're not ready yet. It's because he wasn't strong either. Oh, okay. He lacked the courage. Well, look at that. He lacked the courage that Eren has. Eren lacked the strength that he has. And at that point, you are where you are, unfortunately. Meanwhile, Dad's nowhere to be seen. How coincidental. Oh, that's right. She has an entire backstory, I remember. Holy shit. Oh my god. I remember that too. Didn't she get like a bit like kidnapped or something? Ah, this is so rough, dude. Oh, and it's about to get fucking worse. I just remembered. Oh, fuck me sideways. These people are really out here just waiting for a boat. I would be hauling ass down that river right about now. There were small areas to protrude like Shiganshina all around the wall. Ah, I see. All right, so that's how the infrastructure of the walls work. You got these little like pockets, and within those pockets are like little like communities. And I guess Shiganshina was the one that got breached that allowed the Titans to get into the city and then into like the inner like wilderness part of the walls between like wall structures. So I see now. Yeah, that was something that was always confusing to me about like my first experience. I didn't really understand the what's the word I'm looking for? I didn't really understand like the foundations and fundamentals of the walls. I thought there was just a civilization between each wall. But now that I'm older and I have the reading comprehension and the general comprehension, it makes a lot more sense. The purpose is to attract the Titans, thus reducing the cost and manpowers of defending the walls. That makes a lot of sense. So they're not busting up the wall like a mile out. Fulfilled its function by drawing the Titans to them. They were forced to evacuate by a single gate. And then that's unfortunate because you're funneled in at that point. Yeah, another thing that sucks is that the next civilization of people are gonna have to take in all of these refugees, and it's just gonna make things worse for survivors. And I think that's actually what ends up happening. Yeah, see, so at this point, they would have been fine if the armor Titan didn't fucking show up soon after. Like, I remember this much. The human condition, the human experience being pushed to its limits right now. These guys are also a terrible fucking shot. They can't shoot for shit. This is what happens when they've been lacking. They actually got caught lacking at this point. Oh, man. This is rough. And that's like, that's the garrison company too. Oh, shit. What the fuck? Oh, my God. He's here. Fuck! Fucking Reiner, dude. I still don't know what his entire accomplishment is for this entire thing, other than maybe to find Eren. It's so crazy to know who the fuck this is now versus when I first watched this and I was just like, oh, this is a fucking dope-ass Titan. And those lesser Titans need someone like him. Dude, the fucking animation. Oh my god. I watched this 10 years ago and I'm still tensing up. Like, holy shit. There you go. Titans have breached. I guess that's what his original goal was, right? Okay, hold on. All right, information we can share so far. Diagram. See original work. Broadly depicts areas still inhabited by humans. Area outside Wall Maria remains a mystery. So they have never set foot outside of the third wall. So like everything I think that even I've experienced throughout season 1 and season 2, if I remember correctly, have only ever been within like the general wilderness areas within the 3 walls. minerals. So fuck, man, this is like some dark continent, uncharted territories outside. Rough diagrams of human territories. Elevations increase with relative proximity to the center of human territories. Territory is rich with natural resources such as water, minerals, and natural gas. All right, clearly they need those resources to thrive and survive. Several hours after the Walmaria south side, the news had spread throughout. Walrose is already, yeah, Tross District. That's where the season takes place. No. You have to get into that basement. I need to know what's in that fucking basement, dude. I've been waiting like 10 years. I still don't know. I feel like this season is where Eren's like hatred manifested. Like where he like made the declaration to kill all Titans. But see, he's a kid. Like, it's easy to be angry. You have to channel that anger. He's got a long way to go. Come on, little bro. Look at that shit. He's like, yo, I'm about to do some leveling up. I'm about to join the Survey Corps. Let's get this. Wait! I remember a part of the season finale of this where he says the exact same thing as a Titan. And like, it like freaked me out because he kind of sounded like a demon almost. And I was just like, holy shit, that just like literally hit me. I was like, wait a minute, he said this before. Yo, Eren's actually out here killing all the Titans. I believe it. I just got to get there. 10,000 people. Fucking hell. I didn't even know that. Oh, there he, yo, what the fuck? You freaking fumbled the bag, my guy. I'm sorry. Oh. Oh, this is it. This is the part he made his son a Titan. When the fuck does this happen? Don't forget the key. You must get there. Someday you'll understand. This is literally like Annie and her dad. And he has the key on him now. Watch. Hold on. Pause, champ. Yo, when the fuck did that happen? How much time has literally passed between him on that boat and him in this barn house? Yeah, because like in the last episode, I was like, oh wait, didn't his dad give him that key? But he ends up just having it. Was Eren not able to turn into a Titan in episode 1? But something happened over the course of time. Maybe his dad just fucking showed up one night and just grabbed Eren, dragged him into the forest, injected him, and then he kind of collapsed, left the necklace, and then dipped. I have no fucking clue. Look at that. He's just like, yeah, just the necklace, like I've always had. So his dad turned him into a Titan at that point because Annie's father did the exact same, not the exact same thing. Her father said the same thing. He's like, oh, even if the world hates you, you'll always have me, or something like that. I still don't really understand Annie's situation. Last I saw of her, she's crystallized underground. So even then, I'm just like, I don't really fucking understand the necessity. Like, why? Like, the only thing I can think of is if you can't beat them, join them. If you cannot beat the Titan, the only way you can beat the Titans is if you become the thing that you're trying to destroy. So like in that regard, I just don't really, I can't fill in the gaps beyond that. All right, so they're in Trost already, right? Oh shit. Yo, what's gonna be so exciting is seeing any shots with Annie, Reiner, or Berthold. Like, because I've never seen this like I just watched season 2 off of like the vague memories I had of season 1. So I never saw season 1 when season 2 came out. Yo, Armin holding it down, and people didn't like this man back in 2013. How dare you? Yo, Grandpa Armin. Wait, what's Armin's last name? I don't remember. I don't know if they said it. Eren Yeager, Mikasa Ackerman. I don't know what Armin's last name is. Why do we have to share food with the outsiders? Because like, you just gotta let them die. Eren's like, my mom fucking died. That's one less mouth that y'all have to feed. Eren's gonna get older and be like, yo, I remember you talking all that shit a couple years back. That's if this guy doesn't get eaten by then anyways. I mean, he might actually die. I think a bunch of people in Trost get killed later on. I wonder when that has to happen in season 3, that they get to his basement, because it didn't happen in season 2. Bro, that's some good ass bread. You're tripping, my dude. I remember also during 2013, a lot of people didn't like Eren as well. They thought that he just like screamed and yelled and cried the whole time, and that kind of like annoyed me because like it's a kid going through like levels of human trauma that I don't think any of us could possibly imagine. There was just a severe lack of empathy for him as a character. I feel like it was because he was a kid and because he was inexperienced and because he just kind of like darted into all situations without a level-headed plan, right? He was just very boneheaded and very emotional. But that's something that I'll never forget. When this show came out, I vividly remember people not liking Eren at all. And maybe that's justified. Maybe he's, you know, maybe he's aged like wine since then. But I just remember Eren not being liked because he was like very loud and like this. He's just like, I need to kill all Titans. I need to do this. We need to do something about it. But it's like, bro, you're fucking like 12 years old. You don't have a game plan. You're weak as shit. You can't fight Titans. Like, what the hell are you gonna do? You know what I mean? It's just like, it's all talk, no action. And I remember people just not liking Armin because like he wasn't as actionable. Like he kind of resorted to his thoughts and his words, and he kind of crumbled under pressure a lot because he's not like, you know, he's not like Eren. Eren's the guy that goes out and does shit. Armin's the one that kind of supports him through his intellect and stuff like that. So I remember Armin getting a lot of shit back then too, but I always gravitated towards him when I first watched the show. All right, never mind. Eren's in the wrong. His girlfriend just hit him. Domestic violence. That's definitely gonna come back to bite her later on. Yo, she fucking laid his ass out. Exactly. If Armin's a weakling, so are we, bro. Level up, dude. Yo, this man was actually laid out for like a good like 30 seconds. Yo, she wants you at your best, king. What's that saying? How's that saying go? Besides every great man is an even greater woman or something like that. I didn't remember this. She's like, shut up and eat your bread. Aww. I feel so bad for him, dude. He's like, bro, I'm pissed. I'm angry. I have no way to channel it. And I just gotta shut up and eat my bread. Oh, yeah, they had to put your asses to work. It's like, yo, you're gonna be a burden. You're definitely gonna pull your weight. Oh, recover Wall Maria. Wait, did they send this man's grandpa to go and freaking... That's a freaking senior citizen, practically. Wow. Jesus Christ. Y'all are refugees. We need to make some effort. And as a result, 99.9% of them got bodied. And see, now Armin probably knows what Eren's feeling now. You know, it sucks that he had to go through that. And then Mikasa only has Eren. So at this point, they all have to put their heads together. Oh yeah, they all join, no? I don't think Armin uses... Wait, does Armin use omnidirectional gear? I don't remember if he does. God, what a great series. I cannot wait to be caught up. I'm actually really happy I'm rewatching this. A lot of these intricate bits I don't remember. Oh, I fucking remember this guy. Jesus Christ, who can forget those sulking eyeballs? There's Annie. Oh my god, the other cat. Yo, I remember, dude. Oh my god. Holy shit, this is literally the whole squad of characters. I forgot the blonde girl's name, but I know she's important. She knows Ymir. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Yo, let's get this bread, Eren. I will kill every last Titan in existence. Yo, what does that mean for you then? If you kill every other Titan in existence, that just leaves you. What a great fucking... Oh my god, I'm so glad I'm rewatching this. So before anything, I just want to express that I'm really happy that I'm doing this Redux series, because one thing that I can definitely like admit to growing up, especially prior to when I actually started YouTube and started getting better at making YouTube content and started taking my YouTube channel seriously, I feel like I grew up consuming anime versus experiencing anime. I don't think it was until even really after I graduated high school where anime became more than just a pastime, more than something that I said I watched after school. Like growing up as a kid, I consumed Dragon Ball Z. I watched it. I didn't really understand it as much as I just kind of engaged with it, you know, role played it. I understood the major story beats like the Super Saiyan saga, the Frieza saga, Saiyan saga, Cell, Buu saga, etc. But like maybe Dragon Ball Z is a little bit too simplified. But like I remember when I watched Attack on Titan for the first time, I really watched it as like a quote unquote hype show. I would watch Attack on Titan and a lot of the intricate world building concepts really went over my head. It was the action that pretty much kind of stuck with me. It was the action, and it was because of those moments. Those are the moments I retained the most information on going into this, like knowing certain things. Like I remember certain things vividly because those were the key components of what drew me into the show initially. And it's unfortunate to say, but like the reality of the situation is I think in the last 10 years, especially because I've gotten into like doing reviews and doing discussions and doing reactions to certain shows and series, I feel like I've become a bit more, I think my comprehension, not only my comprehension, my ability to like grasp and retain and understand information for like video games or anime or shows or whatever has just kind of gotten better. And I'm understanding and realizing things for the first time time, despite this not being my first time watching Attack on Titan. And I feel like that's a necessity too, because going into season 3, I want to approach this show with a level of care. I want to approach this show with a severe level of understanding, to where some of y'all who might be watching want me to experience it that way too. And unfortunately, my thought process of this show from 10 years ago when it first aired was just not it, Chief. Like, I just didn't really grasp the grounded concept of the show, which is like humans fighting for their survival. And like, at the end of the day, like, a level of empathy is also something that I feel like I can kind of give on this rewatch, because at the end of the day, that's what we are. We're trying to survive in our own different ways as well. And granted, it's an anime, so it's taken up to like the end, like the 11, it's like cranked up to 11 because it's an anime. I still think that like watching this back again and having watching it through a different lens, lended already in these first 2 episodes a greater appreciation for what's developing and what's going to transpire as the seasons go on. I didn't understand also like the foundations of the cities and how they're in those little pocket rings out, like that layer around the general walls of like the 3 walls. So I didn't know that either. Like, that's why, like, when I first watched the show, I was like, I didn't really question either. I was like, oh, they live in the walls. Cool. And another thing that I never did, I never read like the halfway like information pages that give a bunch of context, world building, lore, whatever the case might be. Like, I never read those. Like, there were some that I remember were just like an entire fucking page, and I was just like, I'm not reading that. I'm here to watch anime. I'm not here to read. I was very much that type of person, that type of viewer of content back in the day. And so I feel like I just grew up and I grew out of that, and I wanted some more. I wanted more depth. I wanted more conversation. I wanted more breaking down, theorizing, speculating, theory crafting, and that's ultimately a product of my time as a YouTuber, as a Twitch streamer. Ruby, the series that I mainly covered, was a big contributor to that, especially when I first started getting into it and I started theory crafting and breaking down that show. So I just want to say, I know that this is a show that I'm kind of rewatching and getting into, but there are aspects of it that I'm really kind of understanding for the first time versus generally just watching the show and just kind of binging my way through it. So yeah, I just want to say I'm really enjoying like going back through the experience and just seeing how things are developing in a proper sense. I know it's going to take a little bit of time with these commentary bits. The episode lengths are probably getting a little bit longer, so I just hope that you guys are enjoying the thought process. I hope you guys are enjoying my commentary. I hope you guys are enjoying those moments in between where the reactions are big and they're genuine and they're like, oh my god, I didn't know that. And that's kind of what this whole Redux experience is, trying to kind of realign myself so that way I can continue where I left off and be up to date with everything. So this batch again was great. I mentioned it earlier, but I feel like overall, when looking at this season and looking at Eren as the main protagonist, and I might address this again in future episodes once it becomes more apparent, one thing that I remembered vividly through my early experiences of Attack on Titan, primarily season 1, because season 2 I watched in a vacuum, a lot of people didn't like Eren. Like, a lot of people found him very annoying. I remember I watched one video back in the day where they were like, all Eren does is scream. That's all he does. And I remember there were moments where Eren would be crying out of like distress, like he just saw his friends get killed off, or he was just betrayed for the umpteenth time and he's crying. And there were people bitching and complaining like, Eren, why are you crying? Just like very unga bunga watchers that were just like, just fight, just fucking transform, just do something. Like, that used to piss me off so much because I was like I feel like a lot of people just dismiss the emotional aspects of what something like this can do to somebody. I feel like a part of it came from, they didn't dislike Eren because he screamed, because he cried. It's because he had all of these ambitions that he as a kid wasn't able to live up to. So it kind of comes across as naive kids just trying to like talking the talk but not being able to walk the walk. And so hopefully that kind of weeds out as the show continues, because that's something that's always lived with me. And that's something that, like, I remember even watching some people's videos during season 2 where it really got under my skin how a lot of these people were just like, oh, Eren, why are you crying? Like, your friends betrayed you. Why are you like, why is that worth crying over? You know what I mean? Like, in this world where he lost his mom, his dad's MIA, his friends that he's friends with one day can be eaten the next. He wants to get rid of this major conflict in the world and he can't do it alone, but he doesn't know who to trust. And I don't know, I just feel like especially watching it now, I give more appreciation to those moments because it really allows me to empathize with him as a character. And I feel like season 1 really was setting up and building around Eren's hatred, and it's not blind hatred, it's hatred without like, how do I word this? he has all this energy, but he's not at a point yet where he can properly harness it. And so he goes and joins the Survey Corps. He joins like Levi's squad and all of that. He gets to develop and level up, and then he can kind of slowly like build up to the point where he can channel that energy into like a tangible action. I think that is something that I think they did really well, at least for season 1, because the one moment on the boat where he was like, I'm gonna kill every Titan on the planet, I remember because the first video I ever did for Attack on Titan, it's fucking cringe, please do not find it, please do not go watch it. The first video I ever recorded on my YouTube channel for Attack on Titan 10 years ago was the season finale. I'll never forget it because that's like the first time I ever like record. It's terrible. I started my YouTube channel like 2 weeks prior, so I was awful at YouTube, but I remember I reviewed the season and I mentioned like Eren sounding like he was being possessed by like his demon side, because he's in his Titan and he just got his fucking face bashed in by Annie, and then he's like, I will destroy all Titans, and he sounds like a demon while he's saying it. And that clicked in that moment because that took me back to that review that I did, and I was like, I don't even remember that he originally said this on the boat. I thought that was just his Titan side like taking over his mind or some shit, or like his resolve kind of like reminding him what he's fighting for. So at the end of the day, I'm just really excited to just see how Eren continues to develop, or rather be reintroduced to his characterization, his character development over season 1 and eventually season 2. And I just like the fact that I'm kind of going through this in a way that I would be going through it if this was my first time ever watching the show. I know it's probably going to be a different flavor for some people who are expecting a genuine first time ever watch, but that will eventually be with the OVAs, with season 3, with season 4. All that stuff will be brand new, and I just hope that this Redux series is a nice kind of like way of building up to that moment, knowing that when I get to those new moments, I'll have all of the information, all of the context, all of the understanding to properly enjoy it moving forward. So overall, really great batch of episodes. I really hope you guys enjoyed my reactions, my thoughts, my re-experience through it. As always, leave your thoughts in the comment section down below, and yeah, we will see you guys all in the next one. Take care.